Just want to do a quick video here to the older generations here in Canada. You might want to pay attention to what I got to say in this video. It'll pay off long run. The dividends will be substantial if you do. Because as you know, I'm sure many of you have seen recently that, yeah, the boomer generation, the older folks, that as more of them move into retirement age, governments, you know, the real vicious and evil people in this country, once you're not supporting them and now you're on the receiving end of it, you'll find out real quick how much they'll throw you under the bus. And you're seeing this for the last few months. I've seen lots of articles actually starting to come out leaning that way. And here once again, National Post has posted another one, was this yesterday, with the headline of "Give back that cheap bus pass, Gramps. Senior citizenship should now start at 74, new research says." So just based on this article, if the younger generation is the ones that are going to assume the role and responsibility of paying for everybody, if we decide, my generation and the millennial generation, my kids' generation, or the boomers that went into the, career mode and didn't have their kids till later on in life, they have kids the same age as me, which I find quite funny actually. But anyways, yeah. I mean, if you want to keep fighting it, if you want to keep using government to enjoy your entitlements and fucking with your kids and grandkids, well, like I said, once you've all reached that point over the next 15 years, when the last of the boomers are no longer producers in society, but wanting to collect, even though I recognize that you should all, if you paid in, you should be entitled to the benefits that you paid into. But as you know, we're talking about government here. Even though you people wanted to force that shit down her throat because it was suiting you, your purpose, and working with your demographics, because you guys were the boomer generation, had the huge percentage, right, and had control over these systems of power. But once, like I say, once that changes, your successive generations, well, we have a few options, I guess, but one of them is to just do what you guys did. Throw all of you under the fucking bus. Be completely non-empathetic to your wants or needs or desires or hardships. And when the stories start coming, and they will come, about how fucking miserable you will be treated in the future when you're in your worst time, the most vulnerable time in your life, because when governments run out of money to pay for shit. Well, like I said, a lot of you people must know that the ramifications and consequences for all this fucking bullshit that you've done to successive generations, it's coming back to haunt you, whether you like it or not. Now, you can limit it drastically to the point where you might not have to worry too much. But for that to happen, for that to fucking even remotely happen, that means you all have to choose come this November, because here I am trying to get my generation and the younger generation to tell these cocksucking control freaks and sociopaths that, no, we don't need you. We don't want to use the systems and control of fucking collectivism and central government and central planners to fuck with further generations, not just our successive generations after us, kids and grandkids, but even our grandparents. We won't use the gun in the room to fuck with you. If you decide this fucking election season to stop with your fucking bullshit, think you're going to go run and vote for your liberals or your conservatives or your NDPs that's going to promise you fucking shit here and now, although they won't fucking deliver. But if you choose once again this election season to throw all of your fucking successive generations under the bus and use your power of numbers to fuck with us, then yes, you will see this and it will come to fruition. And I'll go along just like everybody else and won't give a flying fuck about it. I'll turn my head the other way to your suffering, just like you're doing to your successive generations right now because you know, you're in the demographic that has the control. But like I said, once you lose that grip and it moves on, I'm the next generation. Me. And at 45 years old, born in 1970, I'm actually at the very fucking top of that generation. So a lot of what I say, and based on my history, based on everything the way I've lived, yeah, I can be a force to be reckoned with. I don't have to lie. I don't have to deceive. I don't have to join into politics. I can just be honest with people. So I think it's in your best interest, boomers, and the greater generation, the people from the greatest generation that are still around, stop, okay? Because the more you fucking use the fucking gun in the room of government, force and control, manipulation, coercion, against the younger generation, if you do it again this fucking year, in this elections in October, you can enjoy the benefits. And hey, I'll admit right now, because you still have control, yeah, I'm at your mercy. I am at you. Us younger generations are, just like for the longest time now when it should have already started to shift. But yeah, we realize that you're still holding and maintaining the systems of control and power and pushing the buttons. But the time's going to change. And politicians are opportunists. They're not going to cater and pander to the people that don't matter or not producing or not contributing anymore. You will really, it'll be at that time that you will finally realize just how corrupt and vicious and non-empathetic the politicians, the deities, the status that you fucking uphold and used against all you. You'll find out how much they don't give a fuck about you. Your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, they might. And if you start now trying to build on those relationships instead of continuing to fucking use the government force against them to force them, just like you did through your whole fucking lives, think you can use force, intimidation against your younger generation. If you want to keep doing that, even though you're old and frail and you no longer have the stamina or the strong will that you once had, but if you want to keep pretending, if you want to build that mountain up a little higher, when the avalanche comes down, all the more powerful it will be. This is it's not a warning. I'm just one person. I can't do nothing I'm telling you though, I'm in tune with the mindset of the people, and a lot of the people that you don't realize that actually believe it and feel the exact same way I do. It's just they're too chicken right now to say it. But I'm telling you, they feel the same way. Your kids, your grandkids feel the same way. So your choice. Choose government, choose central planners, choose strangers over your family. Yeah, you can do that for the little while longer you have left, where you can still pull those levers. If I were you, I wouldn't do it, because you got to think of the long-term consequences and the ramifications that'll happen as a result of that. Just like these idiots like Harper and all these fucking morons that want to go invade some of these countries, when you're challenging or 10 feet tall and challenging a little kid, or an adult, 6-foot adult challenging, a 10-year-old that's maybe only 4 foot something, yeah, you can push them around, bully them as much as you want. But what if in the future, well, we know in the future when that kid grows up to be a full-grown adult, maybe bigger and stronger than you are, yeah. If they remember and if they feel that they want to retaliate against you, there won't be a goddamn thing you'll be able to do about it. You'll be in the most vulnerable position you'll ever have known in your entire life, because especially the boomers that have enjoyed feeling like they're the kings of the world for so long. Wait till you recognize the vulnerabilities that's going to come, and it's going to fast approach. So, yeah, if you're wise, you'll reject politics. You'll reject going to the polls to fuck with your younger generations this fucking election season. You'll realize that, no, I better fucking try to mend some fences and hope that they won't retaliate against me. Because this is what's going to happen. If you want, your younger brothers or whatever, or sisters, that'll be stuck in the point where, or your successive generations where you can't retire till you're 74. If you think about what that'll do to the mindset of the people that you fuck with. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it won't work out real well. So, yeah. The older generations really, really, really need to start thinking more wisely, less selfishly. I mean, be selfish if you want. I have no problem within your own personal life if you're just, but if you keep using government force, if you keep using your power and numbers to dictate and control and fucking plunder the lives of successive generations, well, don't get too awfully confused or shocked when it comes and bites you in the ass afterwards. It's a Canadian libertarian, and I love liberty.